Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6.
Eagle Eye TV has done a great job.
And welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6.
We are just having a great time here in Auburn, Alabama. The party is not over yet.
Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. My name is Lucas Hazelrig.
And I'm Sophie Porter. Thank you for joining us.
This past Friday, students' votes were counted up and Auburn University's 2025 SGA Cabinet and Miss Auburn were announced at the steps of Cater Lawn. Students and campaign members were absolutely fired up to find out who would win. Just in case you missed it, here's a quick recap on all the winners. For SGA Treasurer Haley Bergenthal, who ran unopposed. For SGA Vice President Buckley Nettles. For SGA President Owen Bieberstock. And for your new Miss Auburn, Riley Parker. Congratulations to all of our new executive captains.
Hearing from them, talking to them about what we're trying to do here.
Keeping up with the topic of SGA elections, last week students voted for their 2025 SGA Cabinet and Miss Auburn, but this year they did so through a system called ranked choice voting. As the name implies, votes are counted according to the rank they were assigned on a ballot. Candidates that receive the least number of votes are eliminated, and the next highest ranking candidate is chosen instead, and so on and so forth, until the winning candidate is chosen. This change was passed by SGA last October. We spoke with members of Miss Auburn and SGA campaign tabling on the Haley Concourse last Thursday to ask their thoughts on voting changes, as well as if it affect how they campaigned and the engagement they received from students.
I think we're just going back to the way we used to vote, but it's pretty similar to the way that the rest of SGA votes, so I think it's really cool. It's a great way for whoever wins to really just feel like the support of the entire student body. I think our entire goal of the campaign has been to spread love and to spread joy around Auburn's campus, and so that does kind of affect your ranked voting, but ultimately all we wanted to do anyways was just to bring people joy.
I think that the campaigns have been really well run no matter what. All the campaigns support each other and are just rooting for who's the best position.
I think ranked choice voting was a way to go for Miss Auburn just because there's always 5 candidates. Well, I was the one that proposed that and passed it in the Senate this last year. But I think it's going to lend itself to a lot friendlier atmosphere. A lot of the candidates this year know each other, and in general I think we would have had a really good time. But I think ranked choice is also going to help that as well. So I'm excited to see how it works out tomorrow on voting day. In general, this year we've got a lot of positive interactions. Me personally on my campaign, a lot of students have loved our videos. In general, I think this Auburn, a lot of them have really great videos as well, and the campus is probably a little more interested this year than maybe years past. And so I'm excited to see the turnout tomorrow on voting day, Friday. So February 7th, vote.
A new virus has been found in our very own home state. The virus named the Camp Hill virus was initially found in the northern short-tailed shrews. It belongs to the Henipa genus viruses, and there is a precedent that this kind of virus is transferable to humans. As far as precautions go, it may sound quite familiar. The CDC recommends avoiding contact with infected animals and their bodily fluid.
Fraternities at Auburn University have taken extra measures to increase campus safety by installing Narcan cabinets in their houses. Planning for this initiative began in the summer of 2024 and was completed in November due to efforts by Student Affairs, SGA, and the Interfraternity Council, with 19 fraternities installing Narcan units into their houses. Narcan is a life-saving medication that competes with opioids to reverse the effects and can make all the difference in an opioid emergency. Installations across campus can be found near AED stations or on emergency blue light towers.
This past Wednesday, University Program Council hosted a birthday bash in honor of Auburn's 169th year of being the loveliest village on the plains. It was a night filled with festivities and Auburn staples. Eagle Eye's very own Morgan Sims attended the event herself, and she'll tell us more.
Auburn University will turn 169 years old on February 7, 2025. The Auburn University Program Council threw an early celebration.
Auburn University students packed out the Melton Student Center ballroom to wish Auburn a happy birthday and to celebrate the spirit of Auburn. The event included build a tiger stuffed animals, pin the tail on the tiger, and delectable cakes for all to enjoy. Cole Wheeler, president of UPC, highlighted the time and effort put into this event.
Lots of preparation. We have to kind of get the space. We have to order the tables and place orders on things like Amazon for tablecloths and stuff. Work with vendors to get things like cookie cake, as well as all the stuffed tigers we have that everyone loves so much. Work with Mama Goldberg's to get food for the event. So definitely a lot of pre-preparation goes in. I think that the teams who do these events usually start about 4-ish months in advance, kind of preparing for this event like that.
Beyond the cake and candles, this event meant a lot more to many in attendance.
I really love Auburn just because of the amazing traditions that are here. Truly, there are so many great people that I've met here and just lasting connections and traditions that I'll carry with me my whole life.
And for Eagle Eye TV, I'm Morgan Sims.
When we come back, you'll get a weather update from Eagle Eye's Lucy Anderson. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6. Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. My name is Lucy Anderson, here with your weather outlook for the remainder of this week on the plains. Make sure to keep your jackets handy. This cold weather and rain isn't letting up anytime soon. We're going to continue to see temperatures consisting of low 60s and mid 50s as we move into next week. Expect to see a little bit of sun this Friday, so Valentine's picnics are back on the table. Just make sure you plan for the rain just in case. Taking a closer look at this weekend, the wind will continue to blow around speeds of 10 to 14 miles per hour. Unfortunately, the rain will return this Saturday and Sunday, so make sure you drive safe if you plan on going to Saturday's game in Tuscaloosa. Expect temps to be a little bit warmer this Saturday before returning to a chilly 63 average on Sunday. That's all I have for you tonight. When we come back, you'll get a national news update from Sophie and Lucas.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. President Donald Trump is calling for the end of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. In a social media post on Tuesday, Trump said FEMA should be terminated, claiming it didn't do enough to help the people of North Carolina after Hurricane Helene. The president stated FEMA's handling of disaster relief is being investigated. Trump suggested letting states handle disaster relief would lead to big savings and greater efficiency. Donald Trump said he might eliminate FEMA during a trip to tour damage from Hurricane Helene flooding in North Carolina last month.
President Donald Trump is out to change the U.S. penny. The president is instructing the U.S. Treasury to stop minting new 1-cent coins, as he says it costs more to make them than they are worth. Mary Bell Gonzalez spoke to experts about this and how it could help or hurt your pockets.
Two sides of the same coin.
We need the penny. You see them lying on the sidewalk, people don't even pick them up.
A debate after President Donald Trump ordered the U.S. Treasury to stop minting new pennies, describing it as, quote, wasteful.
I've been advocating this for, about a decade and a half.
Economics professor Robert Waples points to the cost of production. According to the latest annual report from the U.S. Mint, it costs 3.7 cents to make a penny and 13.8 cents to make a nickel.
We taxpayers lose money every time that we, produce extra pennies. The problem is on us because when we get change, we don't bring it back to the store.
Instead, Waples proposes a system of rounding up to the nearest nickel.
If it's $2.01, it gets round to 2. If it's $1.99, it gets round to 2. And those two things basically canceled out in the thousands and thousands of transactions that occur.
But penny advocates like Mark Weller from Americans for Common Sense disagree.
There's billions of transactions that take place under $25, and those are mostly made in cash. And so you're going to have a rounding tax on the people that can least afford it.
Weller says phasing out the 1-cent coin could cost us a pretty penny.
The penny does cost a little bit more than its face value, but the nickel costs 14 cents right now. So how are you going to save money if you start making more nickels that are costing more money?
Google recently updated Google Maps for U.S.-based users to reflect changes announced by President Trump in an executive order. The body of water formerly known as the Gulf of Mexico has been changed to the Gulf of America for users in the United States. Google has previously said it has a, quote, long-standing practice of applying name changes when they have been updated in official government sources, end quote. In a statement on Monday, Google said that U.S.-based users will see the Gulf of America, Mexico-based users will see the Gulf of Mexico, and everyone else will see both. Additionally, Google Maps will be updated to display Alaska's Denali as Mount McKinley, which was a change also included in President Trump's executive order. After we return, you'll get an update on all things entertainment with Eagle Eye's own Caroline Burrows. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Caroline Burrows, here with your entertainment update. Thursday is a Gouda day indeed. It's National Cheddar Day, the key ingredient in the classic grilled cheese sandwich. Cheddar was first produced in the village of Cheddar, England in the 12th century. Now, half of all UK cheese sales are cheddar. And in the US, a third of cheese sales are cheddar. You can mark the day by sharing your favorite recipes involving cheddar, host a wine and cheese party, or simply enjoy a grilled cheese sandwich. The Tillamook County Creamery Corporation in Oregon created this cheesy day in 2019 to celebrate the farmer-owned cooperative's 110th anniversary. A train car full of riders are being praised for coming together to help a pregnant woman deliver a newborn on a crowded New York subway line. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
If there was a top 10 list of places one wouldn't want to give birth, I'm guessing a crowded New York City subway train would be right up there. But that's exactly what happened recently on a train in Midtown Manhattan. According to WABC, bystanders sprang into action after a woman began yelling for help and aided her in delivering a baby girl while the train was stopped at the 34th Street station, with one bystander reportedly using a pocket knife to cut the umbilical cord. WABC said the mother and newborn were later transferred to a nearby hospital and are in good condition. Eyewitnesses say they were moved by the sense of community on display. Social media users were more direct, saying this little miracle on 34th Street was born with New York street cred baked right in. Another dramatic train incident, this one caught on cam in Utah when a driver who was reportedly hit from behind gets caught in front of a lowered crossing arm, trapping their vehicle partially in the path of a speeding train. With only moments to spare, the driver was able to escape the vehicle unharmed, but the vehicle itself was not so lucky. Finally, no trains in this last one, but it was extensive training that led a rescue drone operator to find a puppy missing for more than a day in snowy upstate New York. Retired cop Chad Tavernia, who runs a lost pet drone search biz, used his skills and thermal imaging to locate the freezing pup and direct rescuers to it on the ground. After some gentle coaxing, the dog was collected and safely reunited with its family.
You got her! You got her, buddy!
And it's all thanks to this aerial pet detective, a real ace. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
A new Captain America movie opens this weekend with a new actor taking over the role. David Daniel looks back at the big and small screen history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's first Avenger.
You're not Steve Rogers. You're right. I'm not.
Sam Wilson, played by Anthony Mackie, takes the Star-Spangled Shield to the big screen in Captain America: Brave New World, with some big shoes to fill. Back in 2011, Chris Evans emerged as Steve Rogers in Captain America: The First Avenger, fighting Nazis in World War II, the first of Evans' 10 films as the super soldier.
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
Left.
Come on!
Steve met Sam, soon to be the Falcon, in 2014's Captain America: The Winter Soldier, with a line that would get a memorable callback 5 years later.
On your left.
Evans bowed out with a bang in 2019's Avengers Endgame after one more iconic line.
Avengers!
Assemble.
And an emotional handoff to the next Captain America.
How does it feel? Like it's someone else's.
Sam reluctantly took on the role in the 2021 streaming series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
This isn't about easy decisions, Senator.
You just don't understand.
I'm a black man carrying the stars and stripes. What don't I understand?
Now he soars into theaters in a brave new world that features none other than Harrison Ford hulking out.
You want me? Come and get me!
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
That's all the time I have for entertainment tonight. Now let's send it back to Lucas and Sophie.
For more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. My name is Lucas Hazelrig.
And I'm Sophie Porter. Thank you for watching, and War Eagle.
Yeah!